Have you ever tried to insert data into a database and wondered how to get the ID of the newly inserted row? It can be a bit tricky, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into how to retrieve the ID of a new row when using the Android Room Persistence Library. I totally understand your frustration. Many developers face this challenge when working with Room. You want to insert data and immediately know the ID without running a separate query. You're definitely not alone in this. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked, is it possible to return the ID of a user once the insertion is completed without writing a separate select query? This is a common scenario, and it's a great question to explore. So, what's the deal with Room and returning IDs? When you insert a new row with auto-generated IDs, Room can actually return the ID of the newly inserted row directly. This is a feature that can save you time and effort. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip that can make your database operations even smoother. To return the ID of the newly inserted user, the user should modify the insert method in the UserDAO interface. Instead of using a void return type, they can change it to return an integer. Next, the user should ensure that the user entity is properly set up to allow for auto-generated IDs. This is already done in the provided code, where the ID is marked with auto-generate. Now, when the user calls the insert method, it will return the ID of the newly inserted user. This can be captured in a variable for further use. Finally, the user can use the returned ID as needed in their application, such as displaying it to the user or using it for further database operations. Fun fact, did you know that the Room Persistence Library is named after the concept of a room where data is stored? It's a fitting name for a library that helps manage your data efficiently. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by a user suggests that if the insert method receives a single parameter, it can return a long value. This long value represents the new row ID for the inserted item. Here's that quick tip I promised. Always check the return value of your insert methods. It can save you a lot of hassle down the line. And there you have it. You can now easily retrieve the ID of a newly inserted row using Room. Remember, efficient coding practices can save you time and effort. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.